It was late at night. The ocean stretched endlessly into darkness, calm on the surface but heavy with silence. The cargo ship Sea Horizon moved steadily through the deep waters, its engines humming like a heartbeat in the quiet night. Most of the crew had already retired after their shifts. Only a few officers remained on duty, watching over the ship as it sailed through the vast emptiness. Inside his office, Captain Ibrahim sat behind his wooden desk, reviewing reports under the dim glow of a lamp. His face was stern, marked by years at sea, but beneath that hardened exterior lay a man who carried something heavier than duty: memories. Memories he had never escaped. A soft knock broke the silence. "Come in," he said without looking up. The door creaked open. Footsteps followed. Slow, uneven, tired. Captain Ibrahim lifted his head. A young girl stood at the entrance. She looked exhausted. Her clothes were worn and dirty, her hair tangled, her face pale with fatigue. A small, old bag hung from her shoulder, as if it carried the weight of her entire journey. For a moment, the captain simply stared. "Yes?" he asked, his voice firm but curious. "Who are you?" The girl stepped forward. "I need to talk to you," she said quietly. "It's important." Captain Ibrahim gestured toward the chair. "Sit." But she didn't. Instead, she looked straight into his eyes. And then she said something that froze the room. "My name is Aisha Ibrahim." Silence. The pen slipped from the captain's hand and hit the desk with a soft click. "What did you say?" His voice trembled slightly. "Aisha Ibrahim," she repeated. Outside the office, two officers who had overheard the exchange slowly stepped closer to the door, sensing something unusual. Captain Ibrahim's eyes narrowed. "That name," he whispered. "Who gave you that name?" The girl didn't answer immediately. Instead, she opened her bag and pulled out an old photograph. Carefully, she placed it on the desk. The captain picked it up. And everything changed. It was a picture of a little girl, no older than 5, standing beside a younger version of himself. His hands began to shake. "Where did you get this?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Tears welled up in the girl's eyes. "Because I'm that girl." The room felt like it stopped breathing. "That's impossible," the captain said, standing abruptly. "That girl, she died." The girl finished for him. His silence was his answer. "That's what you were told," she said softly. "But it's not the truth." 15 years earlier. Back then, Captain Ibrahim wasn't just a captain. He was a father. He lived in a small coastal town with his young daughter, Aisha. She was his entire world. After losing his wife, she was the only light left in his life. Every time he left for a voyage, it felt like leaving his heart behind. Then came the storm. A violent, unforgiving storm that tore through the town while he was at sea. Houses were destroyed. Lives were lost. When he returned, everything was gone. And among the missing, his daughter. They told him she hadn't survived. That day broke him, and from that day forward, he buried his pain beneath duty, sailing endlessly, running from a past that never truly let him go. Back to the present. "I didn't die," Aisha said. Her voice was steady, but her eyes told the story of everything she had endured. "Someone found me after the storm," she continued. "But they didn't save me, they took me." The officers outside exchanged uneasy glances. "Who?" the captain demanded. "Men who use children as workers, on illegal ships," she replied. The words hit like a storm of their own. "I spent 10 years with them," she said. "Working, surviving, enduring things no one should." The captain clenched his fists. "And what kept you going?" he asked, quietly. Aisha looked at him. "You." His breath caught. "I remembered you," she said. "Every day." "Proof." The captain shook his head, still struggling to believe. "How can I be sure?" he asked. Aisha slowly rolled up her sleeve and revealed a small scar on her wrist. "You remember this," she said. "I fell near the docks. You carried me home, and bandaged it yourself." The captain stepped closer. He didn't need more proof. His eyes filled with tears. "My daughter," he whispered. And in the next moment, he pulled her into his arms. 15 years of loss, pain, and longing collapsed into a single embrace. But it wasn't over. "Sir," one of the officers said carefully, stepping inside. "If what she's saying is true, those people are still out there." The captain's expression hardened instantly. Aisha nodded. "I know where they operate." The room shifted. This was no longer just a reunion. It was the beginning of something else. "Change course," Captain Ibrahim ordered. The mission, the Sea Horizon, turned under the cover of darkness. Now it carried more than cargo, it carried purpose. Hours later, a shadow appeared on the radar. A vessel. Unregistered. Suspicious. Aisha pointed at the screen. That's them. The captain didn't hesitate. Prepare for boarding. What followed was tense, dangerous, and decisive. The crew stormed the illegal ship. Inside, they found what Aisha had described. Children, workers, lives trapped in fear. One by one, they were freed. The men responsible were arrested. And for the first time in years, justice found its way through the darkness. The ending. Dawn broke over the ocean. Golden light spread across the waves. Captain Ibrahim stood on the deck. Beside him, Aisha. I thought I lost you forever, he said quietly. She smiled. Some stories don't end, she replied. They just wait, to be found again. He held her hand. This time, he wasn't letting go.